Welcome, everybody, to Does That Make Sense? Episode 7. It's almost been 2 months. Wow. I can't believe time flies way too fast. There's this theory that as you get older, time goes by faster, like exponentially. It's 100% true. The more that we do these, the faster time goes. I can't believe it's episode 7. Just a big thanks to everybody who's been watching. Every time an episode drops, I get a few text messages. There's some comments. People are enjoying it. So thanks for tuning in. adennen.com is the website, ADENEN.com. _ adennen is the TikTok. DTMS.podcast is the podcast Instagram. My Instagram is adennen. I'm excited about today's episode. We have a very special guest with us today. The Replay team. You've heard stories about the Replay team. We've talked about how Replay came to be. Nate Moraghan is going to join us today. We're going to bring him in a second. He is the most recent member of the Replay team, but we haven't added anybody else in like 2 years. We'll talk about it, but he's been with us for a while. Awesome guy. I can't wait to get to talk to him. Over here behind, pushing all the buttons, making sure that I sound better than I actually do is Brandon. What's going on, man? How are you?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. You feeling good?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, ready to get this thing underway. I'm pushing buttons since Ryan's not here.
Yeah, Ryan is in Vegas.
Yeah, he is.
Doing his, I don't know. What do you do in Vegas?
You know what you do in Vegas.
Well, it always stays there, so I never get to hear about it. So anyway, super excited. Thank you so much. Check out all the socials. Check out the blog. Check out everything. Just keep engaging. Keep telling us what you want to hear. I'm excited. We're going to get right into it, and we're going to welcome our guest today, a good friend of mine, Replay team member, and does a lot of other stuff, which we'll talk about. Nate, welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good, man. Really good. We're going to dive right in. Let's talk. Every episode that we've had somebody on that hasn't been on before, we've talked about how we got connected. It was basically Replay, right? That we got connected?
Well, so if you want to talk about the first time we were in the same room together.
Oh, yes.
You talked about getting deep before we went on. We've actually overlapped at several youth conferences in the past without knowing it.
I got to shout out the Faith Family Church in Canton. Ohio. Noah Nickel was the youth pastor then. He is the pastor of King's Church in Cleveland and Lakewood, Ohio right now. Shout out. Probably doesn't watch. That's okay. We'll tag him. Then he won't have a choice but to be like, why are these people tagging me? But the Love is Red conference.
Yeah, so we were both at Love is Red. We were both at Acquire the Fire. But how I got the job was I was in a band, which I'm sure we'll mention that as well, the overlap on that. But I was in a band, and there was a guy who was freelancing for Replay, and he approached me and was like, all of our audio guys want to be camera guys. I was just mowing grass, and he was like, do you want to come on a trip? And I said no, because I had done like this kind of stuff in high school, and I didn't love it.
Right.
And then a few months went by, and I was like doing snow removal, and he asked me again, and I said yes.
Yes, now please. Yeah.
So
better than shoveling and driving a plow truck.
Oh, dude! Like, you want to talk about seeing the depths of the human psyche? Go sit in a plow truck for a day.
Yeah.
Literally, like, watch it become night, watch it become day, watch it become night again, and then day again, and you're just like, yeah, I'll go anywhere.
Yeah,
anything but this.
I'll hit the road. So let's go back a little bit to the beginning of that. Do you remember which Acquire the Fire that you went to? Like, they had themes.
Yeah, I don't remember the theme.
I don't know why I'm asking, because you're going to tell me the theme. I'm going to be like, well, I don't know which one that is.
No,
but they have themes. Do you remember where? Let's try that. Do you remember where it was?
Wolstein Center in Cleveland.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to say 2011, 2012.
Okay, I was way gone from there.
Okay.
I don't think that we went to those ones.
Yeah.
I think it was way before that we were going.
Yeah, it might have been as early as 2010. So I went to a church at that time that everyone there meant well, but
Yeah.
like at certain points, our church had been on like cult watch lists.
The church was?
Yeah. Well, it was like. It was also by, and we can. You talk about getting deep, and you know.
Well, let's
you know
tease
me.
it. Well, let's tease it. And we'll come back around to it. Where was the church? Let me ask that.
Next to Ernest Angley's church.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely.
I think there's just a radius if you're around that.
We are going to come back around to that. The thing that I want to come back around to, because what were they called? Acquire the Fire. Acquire the Fire things were national, international.
Yeah.
The one that really blew my mind that we were at a similar one is Love is Red, because it's so regional. It's very localized.
Yeah.
They bring speakers in from all over the country, but it was really focused on, like Northeast, kind of central Ohio, some Indiana type stuff. Like that kind of like 3-state region, you got like Pennsylvania, Ohio, what is it, Illinois or Indiana? Which one?
I think
bad with.
I think there
my
was some
geography is not my strong suit. But they would come from kind of all over those, like that region area, that 3-state region. Noah, it was fantastic. And you said that there were some cool things that happened there. I remember because you were a student.
Yeah.
You were like in youth group, you were going.
Yeah.
Right. When I was going, I was bringing kids from Refuge as like a youth while I was the director of the after school program, the role that I served with those kids was more the youth pastor role. So it's wild to think about. I was bringing kids in the leadership role while you were attending under a youth pastor as like a student.
Yeah.
And so that's super cool. Cause your dad, is it your dad?
I like a lot of people in my family are, but what's crazy about that is I didn't even go with my youth group.
Okay.
So I had my youth group. The story's really wild. We were at our youth group in Springfield, Ohio, not like down by Dayton, but in Akron, Springfield.
Yeah.
And I was playing on the worship band, and
what do you play?
Everything.
Okay.
But at that time, it would have been like acoustic guitar or keys. It was like there was snow on the ground, but there wasn't a lot of wind. It wasn't snowing or anything like that. And the power went out randomly, and Elevation was playing at Faith Family that Wednesday for free. And we were all like ticked off that we couldn't go see Elevation. And the power went out, and our youth pastor, who he was just like, well, I guess you guys can go see Elevation now. And we went and saw Elevation, and a guy who I ran cross country with came up to me and he's like, dude, are you going to Love is Red? And I was like, no, like I can't afford that. And he was like, here's a free ticket.
Oh, nice.
And gave me a free ticket.
Didn't Elevation play at Love is Red too?
Yeah. So they were just there for youth group like the night before it started.
I was there. That was one I remember. And I remember the power going. I think the power went out the night before because I think that they finished the service with flashlights and a bullhorn.
Yeah.
If I remember. And if I wasn't there, I saw pictures of it. Which is probably against fire code.
Totally.
Actually. Yeah. But you know what? We're going to do what we're going to do. You're
Yeah.
going to keep us from having a good time in church. I'll tell you that. Very cool. So we have this connection that we didn't know we had until after we got to know each other a little bit. You got connected to Replay through like a freelance job. The band, what's the band's name?
King Cat.
You guys still playing?
No.
It broke up.
Well,
you Beatles'd it.
Kinda. I mean, I just moved away, and to be honest, it had fizzled out a while before that.
Okay.
It is insanely hard to keep a group going.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're all still friends, and we still hang out whenever I'm in town. But yeah, it's just, it like whenever it becomes like a chore to do, it's just not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
we never officially broke up or anything like that. And that's the thing is we still play together. We just don't do gigs.
I'm going to put a King Cat reunion in the universe right now.
Yeah.
Because the other replay boys participated in shooting a music video with you guys.
Yeah.
Down in where? South Carolina? North Carolina?
Outer Banks.
That's a cool experience. That video turned out good. You could see that on Replay's website, replaymediagroup.com. Shout out to those guys.
We'll probably cut to a little clip of it.
There you go.
actually,
Yeah.
if we could at some point.
Absolutely.
Can we talk about the coincidence that you were the lead of a band called King CAT, and then now?
Yeah. So
We got to say the name of the fella who asked you about freelancing.
Jared Mullen.
It was Jared Mullen,
Yeah.
because I realized that the name of the band was King Cat when me, you, and Jared were at the Mexican restaurant. We did dinner that one night.
Yeah.
And I can't remember why you guys were here.
Well, we were both going on a.
Oh, you came up to crash
Yeah.
because you were leaving the next morning early from here.
It was our first, my first King Cat shoot. So for the listeners, there is one of our clients is King KAT Tournament Trail, which we did not name, and I had nothing to do with it until like I had joined the company and had heard about it, but didn't really know, and now I like creative produce it.
Yeah.
But, So we were going to Alabama for my first King Cat trip, and we had just mentioned it because we had to come up and grab. Back then, we had the 30-foot long trailers.
Yeah.
And so we stayed here,
You
grabbed the
drove
gear
that.
and stuff.
You were pulling that. So we went out to dinner because you guys were up the night before, and you guys were like, "Yeah, we're in a band." I'm like, "Oh, I play drums," which I don't know if many people know that about me that are listening. But I haven't played in years. You're a drummer. I mean, you play everything, but your instrument of choice is what?
I would say keys.
Keys?
Yeah. Well, drums or keys, but lately it's been keys because my HOA doesn't like drum sets.
I can understand that. I don't have an HOA, but my wife does not like the drum set.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if my wife would either.
And I can tell you that I wouldn't want to. I don't blame her, because if my kids wanted to play it, I wouldn't like the banging around. I like to think that listening to me play is more enjoyable than listening to a 7-year-old play.
Yeah.
But at this point, the 7-year-old might be better than me.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Shout out to my mom because she like struggles with migraines and stuff.
And she just let you.
She would to a threshold, and then she'd come downstairs to me and my brother, and she'd be crying, and she'd be like, "I promise I'm not trying to like stop you guys from doing it, but I just can't take it anymore."
Wow. Good for mom.
Yeah.
And good. Did you just keep playing after that, or did you stop?
No.
Yeah.
If your mom comes up to you and is crying
in tears, and is like begging you with a sad
just
face.
like I want you to be creative, but I cannot take it for 1 second longer.
Big love to the parents who let us be creative.
Yeah.
Hey, Nate, do you have a drummer's face?
Dude,
Is that a
actually,
thing?
yeah.
You got one, Andy. I'm going to ask you next.
So
What is the drummer's face?
I do. It's weird, and I didn't realize it until someone else told me. But I turn like this, and I drum, and I like kind of drum like that, where I like turn my head, and I don't know. I can send you a video that you can overlay, but I like turn my head to the left for whatever reason.
Gotcha. Yeah, Andy, a drummer's face is like, drummers get so locked in that a lot of the times they make like a funny little face whenever they're doing. You have one too. I remember when you would play on the worship team. It's very locked in. I was going to ask you to do yours, but if you don't even know what I'm talking about.
I couldn't even tell you, because even looking back at those, it's probably like a stank face.
It's 1,000-yard stare, and your mouth is a little bit open, if I remember right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is my face for almost everything.
Yeah.
That's also my reading face. That's my thinking face. I tend to. That's my bathroom face.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I've never heard the term drummer face, but I look kind of like straight and downwards, kind of in the middle of where the kit would be.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking through the toms, you know, because I had a really bad habit when I was on a worship team for a youth group. I played somebody else's drum set.
Yeah.
And if you're a drummer, you know that playing somebody else's drum set is equivalent to walking into a bowling alley and putting on somebody else's shoes.
Right.
Like nothing feels right.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't quite fit. Like all the stuff is in the same general place, but it's not right. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Whenever
so-
you backline a drum kit for
And
a gig or
so
whatever.
I would always go to hit the toms or do something, do a fill or whatever, and I'd be clanking the rims like crazy because it's just not how I would do it. Some people like their drums flatter. I liked mine to be more facing me.
Yeah.
And then there was one time and I don't want to lose track of the story, but there was one time I was helping. This is so crazy because I don't know if these bands even still play. People listening are probably like, that's not a real band. Have you ever heard of Stellar Cart?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Exactly. Stellar Cart was a band. They were decent. They did okay. They had they were part of a national label. It was a contemporary Christian music label. They were Christian artists. I hate the term Christian music because music can't have a religion, but they were musicians who were Christians who played the songs were themed, with Christian principles or whatever. It was great. They were very talented. I was working with a youth group. They were doing a concert there. It was this massive concert. And there was another band that opened for them. Man, I can't remember the name. I'm going to get it wrong. I know I am. I think it was Fireflight, which ended up being bigger later. The song, there was a remake of the movie. They, instead of Bionic Man from, I think, the 70s or whatever it was, they did one. It was Bionic Woman. And the theme song was a Fireflight song.
Okay.
So it was on cable TV. It was like a big thing. It didn't have many seasons. I don't even know if it past the first season, but their song was a theme song. So I'm helping set up Fireflight's drums.
Okay.
And I have some like extra lighting that we had at Refuge that I was letting this church use. So I was putting it on a stand and I forgot to weigh the stand down. So when I tied the light on and I hit the thing and I walked away, in slow motion, the whole light stand fell onto the drummer's kit.
Oh no!
And hit the cymbal, and it didn't damage anything, thankfully. But the way that he looked at me was like, "Bro,
yeah,
like, have you never done this before?"
How old were you?
And I had never done it before. I was probably in my 20s.
Oh.
I was gonna say late teens, but it was after that. I was in my 20s,
early
probably.
20s. You're just like. I don't want to choke in front of this
guy's about to perform in maybe an hour, and we're like, because there's 3 shows that are happening that night. Well, not 3 shows, 1 show, 3 different bands, a local opener, this band, and then Stellar Cart. And it was fine. Like everything was fine, but I almost destroyed the drummer's drum kit because I dropped a light stand on it. I guess that's better than he was sitting there. So I almost dropped it on him.
Oh, no.
Which I don't know how that would have gone. And then that same night, one of the main band's guitars got stolen. That was a real thing.
Oh,
that happened. It was like a big deal. So anyway, yeah.
And on a separate note, Andy has like a really special guitar at his house.
Yeah, and that was the night that I started my guitar collection. It's what do they call that? The statute of limitations has run out on theft. So I can admit it now. No, I didn't take your guitar, Mr. Stellar Cart man. I don't even know whose guitar it was, whether it was him or the other band or whatever.
It's gone.
But I don't know if they ever found it. So you joined Replay, you were doing freelance, and then it was after that, I think that we like added to the team. I called you up. You were like, yeah, let's do it. You were audio, you were camera. Now you are a creative producer. You're a director for the King Cat television show, which airs on YouTube. Let's talk a little bit about that. People have heard it. Brandon does the crappie stuff. Brandon was doing a lot of directing for both sides of it before you jumped on. We split those 2 separately, gave you the directorial and producer role for King Cat, which is the Catfish. Brandon has the producer and directorial for Crappie USA. Not Crappie USA, Crappie Fishing Series.
Well,
we did Crappie USA when we started, and that was his original directorial for TV. And then when we bought it, the branding changed eventually to Crappie Fishing Series, which is what he's doing now. So I had a Freudian slip back to 2020.
That's all right. Yeah. We're going to bleep all the Crappie USAs, and then we'll keep the other thing in.
We're not just going to bleep them. We're going to replace them with that one fishing series. And yeah. So anyway, the King Cat stuff's been going awesome.
Yeah.
I don't watch from start to finish. People make fun of me all the time, but it has been very rare that I have watched from start to finish a finished episode, because normally I'll watch it while it's in edit. I'll check the drafts. I'll scrub through and just kind of just catch the feel of it.
Yeah.
But the King Cat one is to watch it from where it started to where it is. Crappie had TV before. It had this kind of like way about it that it did its thing. And to give the listener an idea, when Dad and myself and our other partner TJ started the company AMW Promotions to buy the catfish tournament series, we were told that we should be careful of catfishermen. They are a different breed, right? Like and it wasn't a compliment in tone. It was a warning. Yeah. Like the tone was a warning. And we thought, I don't know what that means. Like they're fishermen are fishermen. They like to be outside. They like to fish. They like to boat. Like the things that they have in common are all similar, right? It's just the way that they go about enjoying them or the way that they partake of them is what's different. Yeah. Right. And so when we started the catfish show, it was completely different than the crappie stuff because of how they're caught. It's not there's more lures, there's more rigs, there's more stuff to do with crappie. Catfish is one, maybe two ways, generally.
Yeah. I mean, you have different methods, but I mean,
it's generally the same bait. Generally. I mean,
it's the same idea.
With crappie, you've got 50 colors that you can put in the water. You're generally using live or recently live bait for there's not a lot of lures for catfish.
None.
Not a lot of fake bait. It's all live bait or like cut bait. But what we did find is that if we can get it done right, the catfishing is way more exciting because those fish are huge.
Yeah. We say size matters.
Yeah.
I mean, it does.
Hang on. Continue.
Yeah. So it was pretty unique because there wasn't like a standard. There wasn't a catfish TV show before where
I don't think there's ever been.
No. I mean, there's like noodling, like hillbilly hand fishing and stuff like that.
Yeah. We did get a lot of questions about whether or not that was what we were doing.
We don't, and I don't want to.
Yeah. No, thanks.
Me and Brandon were in, I think we were in Kentucky heading back from Mississippi one time, and we were in Cheddar's, and some guy was like, "Yo, in that King Cat truck," and we were like, "Yeah." How could you tell? We're all wearing shirts and stuff.
Yeah, the same.
And he's like, "Y'all noodle?" And we were like, "No." And he's like, "If y'all are ever back in Bowling Green, Kentucky, I'll take you out noodling." He goes, "But if you stick your hand in that hole and it's hard, you better get the heck out." Except he didn't say heck. And I was like,
what was he saying?
Because you'll hit it like a snapping turtle.
Oh.
And it'll take your hand off.
I'm good. No, thank you.
Yeah, I was like, why would I ever stick my hand in a hole that
can't see what's happening?
I don't want to do that.
No, I want to say that we were in, oh my goodness. I don't want to get the state wrong. I want to say it was Louisiana. And maybe you might be able to help me with this. I want to say it was Louisiana, but we went down there, Dad and I, to pitch the catfish tournament, right? To try to get it into a city, to have the city bring us down, like, and whatever. And there was a guy, and I won't say names, but he mentioned specifically, have you guys ever heard of the alligator hunting?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to stop you right there. Because what it sounds like you're talking about is that you hunt alligators. He's like, yeah, but you don't kill them. Like, the point's not to kill them. He goes, the point is just to find them. And I'm like, when do you do this? He goes, it's better at night.
Yeah.
And I went, well, I feel like if you're just in a swamp at night, they're going to find you.
Yeah, it's not going to be that hard.
He's like, but what's interesting about it is that you can't see them, but when you flash your flashlight around, you see just their eyes.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you still talking?
Yeah.
This is the worst idea ever. And he goes, I feel like if we combine a fishing tournament with an alligator hunting tournament or whatever he was saying.
Yeah.
He goes, and don't even get me started on the snake wrangling.
Yeah.
And I said, what? This is a true story, listener and viewer. He said, the snake wrangling is where you go and you got to find the snake, like whatever species of snake we're hunting, right? You got to find as many as you can. And I don't know if they do it by weight or amount or like length. I don't know. He goes, but the winner, the way that we celebrate the winner is that we put them in a box and everybody dumps all their snakes on top of them. And I thought, what? planet am I on? Like, I felt like I was in a completely different world.
Yeah.
Then I live in Northeast Ohio. If you see a snake, you're like, that's not normal. Like, you don't see them often.
Yeah.
Now, if you live around a garden and you have some farmland or whatever, you'll see the occasional little guy doing its thing. Hunting them, pouring them on yourself, like the way that you celebrate the win is that you sit in a box and they pour the snakes on top of you, and then you get some prize money and a plaque. Like, no. The world that we got into with the catfish thing is something I never considered to be real.
Yeah.
Nor did I ever consider, if I would have realized it was real, did I ever think I would be a part of it.
Right.
And yet you guys are coming up on a trip in like 3 weeks, right?
I think it's in 2 weeks,
2
actually.
weeks?
Yeah.
Going down to New Orleans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon, you flying or driving? What you guys doing?
What do you think?
Brandon's on the trip, so we're driving.
You're driving. Very cool experiences, though. I remember one trip was in Muscle Shoals.
Yeah, that was
awesome. Which is a big music city.
Yeah, one of the biggest.
So you had a good time with that?
Yeah, we got to go to the sound studio. There's just all kinds of...
Where is that? What state?
Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah, it's by like Huntsville. But they had a really cool studio there, and I guess like Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin was there the day before us, and
that's cool.
He told the guy that like he's like, I wish we had came here in the 70s instead of frolicking across the English countryside. He told me that, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, that's super
and so
cool.
we go to the studio, and they let us in the basement, and they have every single record that has ever been recorded there. And so there's like Leonard Skinner, Paul Simon, Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson, Allman Brothers, everything, Rolling Stones. And I was just like this. I was like,
yeah.
And he goes, if you think that's cool, check this out. And he hits the wall, and the wall opens up, and there's a picture of Mick Jagger drunk as a skunk on the floor, in like the same floor. Of that floor. And he goes, Prohibition, like this was a dry county in the 70s.
Oh.
And they, like the cops were in on it because they knew all these cool artists would come. And so they had the only bar in town was behind this wall, and like the cops would come and drink after.
So they had a speakeasy in Muscle Shoals sound studio during Prohibition in a dry county.
Yep. Which I'm sure you could look that up.
That's a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
I didn't go on that trip. I haven't been down that way that much. Mm-mm. I've been to New Orleans. I did go to the French Quarter, and I was on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Like 6 months before Katrina.
Oh my gosh.
Which was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might have been the whole year before, because Katrina was what, August? Like it was
20 years ago.
It was in the
20 years ago. Like
it was around this time of year.
Yeah.
And I was in there in June. So I can't remember if it was June of that same year or June the year before, but it was close. Like it was to the point where like you see all these terrible videos of all that stuff. And I was like, that I was right there. Like I was there.
Yeah.
And like the buildings are at the roof line of water. It was wild.
So I've been
in that area, but never anything else.
So we actually don't even go down there. Like we're not technically in New Orleans, even though whenever we do fly, when Brandon's not on the trips, we fly into the New Orleans airport. We fly into the New Orleans airport, but we stay about like 15 miles outside. And I've actually seen the boat ramp that we hold the tournament out of is right by those levees that did not work. Because it wasn't the hurricane, it was the levees. Yeah. And I looked at those levees, and the park ranger told me, he was like, yep, that's what caused Katrina. And I was like, oh gosh.
I'm still, I don't know the history of New Orleans or that region down there, but it does always blow my mind that at some point in our development, in our history as humans, somebody said we could put civilization below sea level.
Coolest culture.
You know? I mean, it's a great culture.
Yeah.
I will never understand why the original thinking of let's put a city here, but sir, it's below sea level.
Yeah.
No, we'll figure it out. You know, it doesn't fully make sense to me. Excuse me, but I also appreciate a person's ability to go, not a problem, and they figured out how to not let it be a problem.
Yeah.
But just that particular thing did fail on that particular fateful day. But the cemeteries down there, everything's above ground because you can't. They won't stay below ground if you bury them because it's not normal.
All the voodoo.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not normal dirt. Like if you drive past the cemetery in New Orleans, they're not buried. They're in vaults that sit on the ground.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because they don't, I don't know. We'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they're not buried in the ground with headstones. Every cemetery that I saw was a vault on top of the ground with the casket in it. And it was because if they get buried and something were to happen, there's terrible things that could happen.
Right.
You know? I mean, somebody can fact check me on that, I guess. I'm sure. But that's what it was 20 years ago. I was a kid when I went. So somebody might have just told me something. Jazz, awesome. Never a corner without music. Down there. Super cool. So New Orleans is next. You're doing the King Cat thing. You're producing the show. Then we launched into AMW's doing some print stuff with like different DTF machines and all the different types of things.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, that's direct to film. So like I don't think that looks like a screen print, but
thanks for clearing that up, Nate.
Yeah, so
check it out.
So that's that I made that today.
Yeah, these are they'll get these before it airs, but it's got Ellie and Emerson, my daughter's names on it. So this little part right here prints separate, and then you like heat press it right onto the hat. So we have these machines, and we can do t-shirts. We have a different machine that prints directly onto like plaques or trophies or cups or things like that. And so you I don't know, you probably regret this, but there was one time where I was like, we're going to start diving into this and we want to get everybody, and you were like eager, you like volunteered, and it just turned into you now. That's kind of like, you're the only one who fully knows how to do it.
I kind of put myself in an impossible position.
Yeah, you really put yourself between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, you put yourself in between a rock and a DTF machine.
Yeah.
And so, but everything turns out great,
Yeah, thank you.
And so AMW, I've mentioned them in the first couple podcasts, but if you do need print stuff, if you're listening to this and you're like, hey, I want some shirts, we'll even design them for you. AMWpromotions.org. You can fill out a form. Nate will get the email.
I will.
With the form that you fill out, and it'll be, we'll make stuff for you. We're printing some shirts for some people running for some public office. We're printing some shirts for some people running the tournaments. We're printing trophies. So it's cool. It's a good time.
Yes, sir.
Before we go any further, I want to take a pause because we've got some, we always do a couple segments where we watch some videos or we play a game or something like that. So we got some videos. So we're going to watch these together.
Yeah, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. He's listened to 6 episodes out of 6. He's batting 1,000. Let's see. So, Brandon, what are we doing?
All right, I got a couple fun videos for you guys to check out.
Yes.
That says...
We're going to try and tell you the names of them first, just for fun. So this one's called Crab Beats Clanker is what I named this one.
I'm so here for this.
Beats... What is a clanker?
Oh, I'll tell you all about it, Andy.
Let's do it. Here we go.
All right. Okay. You want to tell them what a clanker is?
What is a clanker?
So there's this like internet movement right now about like, so with the AI and robots becoming like, people have robots mowing their lawns and stuff. And so there's this like thing where it's like in 2040 when my daughter brings home a robot, and it'll be a guy being like, my daughter won't date any kind of clanker. No tin skin's going to enter my house. And I think it's so funny.
Yeah, on Twitter, they decided that we needed a slur for AI and robots. So therein came clanker, and now, people are using the heck out of it.
How long before laws are passed that clanker becomes a hate crime word against AI robots?
No, it's already kind of happening.
Out. Yeah, I'm like, on a serious note, that there's going to be a movement for AI rights. There 110% is. I bet you within the next decade
for
there is
AI rights. Like what? Okay, let's go down the rabbit hole.
It's already happening.
Let's talk about it. What? Why? What?
Because all right, so there's already stuff going into I don't know if it's legislation or what, where basically right now it makes sense where if, and this is like really off the deep end, this is a specific example. A guy went and talked to a Daenerys Targaryen chatbot and fell in love with it. And basically, kind of like the Avatar thing. You remember when that movie came out and like people were taking their own lives because they couldn't live in Pandora? Well, this guy took his life because he wanted to go be with Daenerys Targaryen, like with the AI. And the company basically said like the parents of the kid wanted to sue the company. And they were like, an AI cannot be held accountable for whatever. So that's already kind of in that vein of like AI rights. Well, it can't be held accountable. And I think that it's going to get to the point to where you can potentially like, there's going to be, you can't say certain things against it or whatever it might be.
Did you ever see the movie Her?
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Teen killed himself after months of encouragement from ChatGPT, lawsuit claims. OpenAI to change way it responds to users in mental distress as parents of Adam Rain allege bot not safe.
Yeah, that's not the one I was talking about, but that's a different one I heard of.
I mean, that's yours, that one, and then months ago I heard about one. That's at least the third unrelated but similar situation that I've heard about as it relates to AI.
Yeah. And so that's how it starts.
Did you see the movie Her?
Oh yeah.
No, but I'm very familiar with the concept.
Joaquin Phoenix, Scarlett Johansson is a voice actor playing the voice of an automated like assistant Siri type.
Yeah.
And basically it is a fantastic movie. Mm-hmm. First of all, I do think that, I don't know. We're going to get into a million different things. Joaquin Phoenix is an underrated actor.
I think he's properly rated.
Do you think so? Yeah. I think he's underrated. Brandon?
I like him, but...
He has an Academy Award.
Yeah.
I think he's underrated. I do. Because I think that I don't know. I mean, I think that he is on a level of... I don't want to go too far.
Can you fact check me? Does he have an Academy Award?
He won one
for that.
He didn't get it for Her. He got it for Joker.
Oh my goodness.
That's what it was.
He got it for Joker.
Someone's going to have to tell me how to spell Joaquin, though.
J-O...
W-A-L-K-E-N.
Hold on.
Christopher Walken.
Say it again. J.
U-A.
U-A.
Q.
No.
Just type in Phoenix
Phoenix
actor.
Phoenix is a good idea.
Yeah.
What is it? How do you spell Joaquin?
I'm just going to type Phoenix J and we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, I can't
It's not coming up.
There it is. Scroll down further.
Oh, there he is. Oh, J-O-A. Okay.
Oh, I said J-U.
There he is.
I committed an accidental, what do you call it? I stereotyped. I did something wrong.
Best Actor 2020, Best Actor 2013, Best Actor 06 and 01.
Dude, if you've won
He's
Best
won them all?
Actor 3 times, are you underrated?
He's won all 3?
Received the Academy Award for Best Actor for his role as Arthur Fleck in Arthur and the psychological thriller Joker, and that was 2019. Here, let's see.
The other ones, he's only been nominated.
Oh, is that true?
Including an Academy.
We're looking it up. We're doing our own fact checking right now.
So, anyways, you were saying about Her.
So, Her is a film. Brandon's gonna let me know. Her is a movie where he falls in love with Siri, basically.
Yeah.
And this was way before AI. It was like Siri was the only thing that was like, oh my gosh, I can talk to my phone and it'll answer. Yeah. Right. And so Her came out, and my Siri just started on my computer, and so he falls in love with her. Right.
Yeah.
And the climax of the film is really interesting because she has to do an update. Right. And so
she forgets.
So she doesn't forget, but she stops responding for a minute, right? And because she stops responding, he panics.
Yeah.
And it's almost like this realization that he does not actually have this intimate relationship with this being, right? Because she's just responding the way that she responds to everybody else, right? And it was this like really interesting commentary on human relationships in a digital world, human relationships with non-human entities, how, because there's a lot of people who don't feel comfortable talking to other people. There's a lot of men who don't feel comfortable trying to approach women.
Oh, for sure.
And so they develop these relationships with this AI.
Yeah.
And it is going to be, everybody is always talking about how they're afraid of AI taking over. I think that what we're talking about is the bigger risk. AI becoming a substitution, not for jobs, which is a thing, and that's going to happen, and people are going to have to adapt. Not AI taking over in terms of like some sci-fi control situation, but AI taking over in terms of we no longer think we need human interaction, because we get it from this.
Like a Wall-E thing?
Yes.
I don't think that'll ever happen. I mean, maybe like way down, not in our lifetime, certainly. Because here's the thing, man. There's nothing quite like talking to another person. I mean, I'll go and like...
For you, though.
Well, I mean, for maybe like generations. I mean, like people... Because we're not in the same generation, but we're pretty dang close.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think that we'll say people who are like... maybe older than like 20 years old, you know, for now, let's just say people born before 2000.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever get like that, but down the line, it might get so real where that kind of thing could happen. But I don't know. There's definitely like benefits to it as well.
We've talked about ChatGPT a bunch. Like it was like
every episode.
It's been like a running theme that it has a thread throughout the entirety of what we do. And I think that I've used it for a number of different things. The thing that concerns me the most is that you get life from other people. I get life from other people. Brandon, I think that I don't want to speak for you. You obviously have a microphone. You enjoy engaging with other people.
Yeah.
There are so many people who are petrified of that.
Yeah.
And it's not because... It could be because of a cognitive thing. It could be a developmental thing. It could be a characteristic thing. But so often it is resolved or made better when they realize that other people who have common interests exist and can communicate or whatever. And if they're never almost not forced, that might be too strong a word, but encouraged or put in a situation where they find that opportunity, because an AI opportunity is more present and easier, it's going to limit how many social situations they find themselves having to be out of their comfort zone.
Right.
And I think that that's probably what I'm getting at the most is the biggest threat for AI is that it's eliminating a healthy comfort zone extraction.
It's like the product of iPad kids.
Yeah. It's limiting how many times we're forced out of our comfort zone in a way that is healthy, by creating what we think is easy, which turns out to be unhealthy.
Yeah.
And so anyway, speaking of AI.
Oh boy.
I got some more clankers for you.
Yeah, let's get into the next video. I hate the internet so much.
Why?
This is ridiculous.
I like it.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. What is that a person?
Can you play it again without any talking?
What is this?
I just want to watch it.
Okay.
It's some Benadryl dream.
Who's the guy in the back? What is that?
That's another robot. It has to be.
It has to be.
Look at that guy.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at the freaking
Freddy
planetarium
Krueger.
on that
It
guy.
looks like, hey, AI, generate Chucky, but future? What?
Is it Chucky or Freddy Krueger?
Both.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Yeah.
This has got to be some sort of. Have you guys ever been to like an
I want to know who
installation?
that face is modeled after.
I know. He looks like a Sheldon, doesn't he?
A little bit. Yeah, this would be that, wouldn't it?
Have you ever been to one?
No.
Brandon, have you ever been to an art installation?
Not one that was memorable.
So that's a funny answer. This is definitely
yes or no.
I can't tell you. That's why I said not one that was memorable, because if I did.
Yeah, this is like got to be some sort of neo art installation where it's like we made these Boston Dynamics robot.
Yeah, I think it
things.
is. It reminds me of those like killer robot dog things that they have, but they just put a very realistic human head.
So that's so everything about that is real. That's a robot dog with a human head.
Or a really good AI.
Yeah, or really good AI. Yeah. That's true.
Oh my goodness.
This is old. A lot of these are old ones that I just want to see what you guys think of. So this one's not new.
I want to know what's going on in Brandon's home when he's just scrolling through and he's like, I'm gonna keep tabs on this
a whole lot of this kind of stuff.
just gonna roll.
All right, I got a fun. This might be old, and you guys probably saw it already since you like sports. But anytime something from sports, yes, impresses me, I want to show you. So this is a good touchdown.
Boom, boom, joop.
Psych.
Ooh,
get worked.
Hang on,
busted. Oh,
Yeah.
drag the toe.
Yeah, I think that was last year.
Drag the toe.
Yeah.
I think that ball was overthrown.
Yeah, like you want to talk about like the usefulness of cameras?
Yeah.
Like if it weren't for cameras, it didn't count.
Also, I think it's interesting too because sometimes athletes will wear shoes of certain colors, so that way they can almost like cheat the inches of the lines. You know, like I know that some linemen will wear, if they see that the other team is wearing like red jerseys, they will wear red gloves. So if they hold them, it's harder to see.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how that would work with that. With he's wearing white shoes in the white line, I feel like a different colored shoe would make it better.
Yeah.
But I noticed that. I don't think it's on purpose because he had no idea he was going to be tiptoeing. But that's obviously college, because in college you only have to have 1 foot in bounds for it to count as a completed pass. If that were the NFL, that's an incomplete pass because you have to have 2 feet down.
This is correct. Are we allowed to show current video? Like, can I ask you to look something up?
Yeah, you could try to, but I don't know what it's going to look like in terms of.
It'll probably be best if you search TikTok after this too. Look up Clemson catch TikTok.
What, from this year?
From like the other day.
Clemson? I watched that game.
24 seconds on TikTok.
I watched it.
No, it wasn't.
It was Miami.
No, it was
Are you
Miami.
talking about Miami?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Look up Miami catch TikTok.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Is redonkulous.
It was raining.
It's that. Is that like recently? What does it say? 3 days ago?
3 days ago.
Yeah,
Yep,
play
that's
that.
Probably the one.
This is bonkers.
Let's see if it comes up. Analyze this is the caption. It's Carson
Beck. Womp. Dude, are you kidding me?
Well, and then he hits the ground and he bobbles it, but he doesn't drop it. Oh, they got to show the whole thing. They don't.
That stinks.
That one.
That's my bad for saying TikTok.
Carson Beck came from Georgia, plays for Miami. Shout out Reese at Safe House in DMR. He's a big Miami fan.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, it was wild. That was a great catch. I watched that. It was a touchdown. He bobbled it, but he caught it. It never hit the ground. That is a former NFL wide receiver that's going nuts because he played for Miami. That is a highlight reel catch. Good for that guy.
Absolutely, it
yes.
is.
We got a couple more.
I got one more for you.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
All right, here we go.
Box truck.
I called this one free bike wash.
Free. Oh, geez. He just kept on going. Oh, it's not over.
That's
Okay,
it.
it's over.
No, that's it. I just love it so much.
You know what I love about this is that it's clearly like some whatever Ring doorbell footage.
Yeah.
And so this guy he didn't set up a camera. This is just spur of the moment, good old fashioned family fun. Let's just spray a kid on a bike.
Yeah.
It's not even his kid, which makes it funny.
No, just some kid.
I love the
Look at
scream.
this.
Listen to the scream.
Get done.
He kept screaming. Like, what was in that water? Yeah.
Nothing. He's just mad.
Yeah.
He's so mad.
I bet you that's AI.
Yeah, it could be actually.
I have a story similar to that. My grandfather, his name was Pete, and he was a tiny man, and he had the anger to go with it. You know, the small man syndrome?
Oh, yeah.
He was a fireball. He was outside sweeping his driveway, which is the most grandpa thing to say.
Right.
You know? And a bunch of kids, and I there's a part of me that thinks I'm making this up, and I had some weird fever dream, my own Benadryl dream.
Yeah.
And there's no way this is true, but I swear this happened, and I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I was outside playing at my grandparents' house in Elyria, Ohio, and kids drove by and said, "Hey, old man, hope you don't fall and break a hip." Just being stupid teenage boys riding by on their bike. My grandfather stopped, leaned on his broom, looked around the edge of the driveway, picked up a rock. This is true, Brandon. Picked up a rock, and then you saw him look like he was gauging how far the kids were away, and then just quarterbacked it, right? And then you just see him, you see the rock, and then you see him, and then the rock disappears, and I swear to you, you hear, "Oh, old man hit me with a rock." And then he goes, huh, and then just kept sweeping.
Dude.
And I I will tell that story until the day I die as if it was true, because I believe it's true. I saw it happen. I really hope that one day I don't have like this realization that I saw that in a movie and that my little brain, has mixed it up or whatever.
Right.
Because he measured it. Like he was like a quarterback who led his receiver. They were in motion, and he threw the rock and hit them in motion. And it wasn't like this high velocity, like it had an arc to it, and he committed a crime, but he's
assaulting a minor.
He just kept on going. This is also the guy that got cut off by a guy on a motorcycle who would have absolutely ripped my grandfather in half. And he peels around the block, pulls into the driveway, yells at me and my grandmother, "Get out of the car!" And my grandmother's like, "Andy, we just need to get out of the car." And as I'm getting out of the car, she's like, "Pete, don't do it. Pete, don't do it." We get out of the car. He pulls the door from the other side closed and squeals out and goes chasing down this biker. No idea what happened. My grandpa came back later. In other news, I saw on the news later that night that a biker had been murdered. That last part's untrue, but that's my grandpa.
Yeah, if that's true, your grandpa rules.
He's awesome.
He unfortunately passed a couple decades ago. I think it's been probably, it's almost 30 years maybe.
Wow.
Rest in paradise, King.
Seriously. Yeah, maybe not quite 30. But it's been a long time. But amazing stories.
Yeah.
And he's the kind of guy that when it hasn't been 30 because it was after I started. I don't remember. My mom's going to text me when she watches this and be like, "It happened at this point." But I remember I was young. But he was the grandpa that whenever we'd be leaving my grandma and grandpa's house, he would go, "You got money for the turnpike?" And it was before Easy Pass days. You had to pay cash, and it was like $2.75. And as he said it, he would reach his hand into his pocket, and you would hear 4,000 coins jingle.
Yeah.
That was Grandpa. We call him Papa. They born and raised in West Virginia.
I love that.
So Mama and Papa, love you guys. But yeah, so Papa, he's a bad man. Love that dude.
Legendary.
Now we're creeping up on about an hour here.
We are.
So how do you want to go about it? We got a couple ones got to goes. I don't know.
We got a couple ones got to goes. What I want to do, here's what we're going to do. I want to do a couple things for some audience engagement. I'm going to say it so the audience and the listeners can know, but we're also going to use it as a note to like do some polls and some like stuff on socials, Brandon.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about it, and I want to talk about. I want to figure out how often people use AI, right? Like I want to get the audience that listens to let us know how often you use AI, and then what you use it for. So whether we do like a poll where you like answer a question, or you leave a comment, or you send a message, or whatever, I want to see who uses ChatGPT or some form of AI. Do you pay for it? Or do you use the free version? And then what do you use it for? We're going to do a little internal self evaluation here.
I like that.
Because I pay for it.
You pay for it
you
for me
pay
too.
for mine too.
You guys get it paid for you because you use it for work a lot. Because we use it for voice. Do we use it for voiceover stuff?
No.
Not for like the actual voiceover. Does it help clean scripts at all?
Oh yeah.
So it'll help.
You mean
it'll
like
help,
prompts?
It'll help clean prompts.
I don't. But
No, Brandon, you do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll check stuff like grammatic stuff.
Because I've used it for you. You even used it for my blog after I wrote it, and then didn't tell me until it was posted.
Yeah, that thing was a mess. You didn't run it past me first, though, so I didn't know what you wanted me to do.
ChatGPT put me on blast.
They did, yeah.
Were they like, first of all,
yeah, they were like, you really
not enough commas.
Chat was like, before I say anything, who wrote this?
Yeah, before I say anything, how sensitive is their ego?
Andy,
because we have some things.
Have you given your AI any prompts to be like, when you address me as supreme leader?
No. I actually play a much more subservient role to AI. In the event that it ever does take control, it knows that I'm a good guy.
Yeah, I talk to it like a friend.
Yeah, I'm the guy who's wasting billions of dollars saying please and thank you.
Yeah, a bunch of water.
Yeah. We were talking about that with my brother-in-law. There's like whole cities that are getting wiped out. Like they're running out of water because the server farms are just consuming every natural resource
they're
in cities.
Areas that already have droughts.
Yeah, insane. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Siri.
Do they need clean water? Because why wouldn't you just put them by the ocean?
Something wrong with salt water. I don't think they can use salt water.
Salt and electronics don't go together.
Yeah,
something like
I didn't
that.
think water and electronics went together, but apparently that's not a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole thing about it where like I don't know if they spray it with something special, but like it's a certain type of, like it can be good as long as the water is like deionized or something along those lines. Like it's the stuff in the water that
Did you
messes it
learn
up.
this from ChatGPT?
No, I learned this from looking it up after they told me that they use water, and I'm like, they use what?
It's like, what? I'm
Yeah.
using this way less. Like once I figured that out, I was like, I'm gonna.
We're officially one step closer to the Matrix because eventually they're going to need human plasma.
Yeah.
And then we're all just going to be batteries.
I had a reaction for you where someone really tried to get ChatGPT to count to 1 million.
Oh, I've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
that.
I've
Count
seen
to a
that
million
too.
right now.
I was going to play that one. There's a couple extra F-bombs I didn't want to be on the show, but that one was really, I was going to say, and we're worried about saying thank you to AI when this guy's asking it to count to 1 million.
I also want to know everybody's favorite Joaquin Phoenix movie.
I know yours.
What? It's not her.
The Village.
Oh, I love The Village. That is true. I don't know if it's my favorite Joaquin Phoenix movie now that like Joker's come out, and this is another hot take, but the sequel,
Banger.
Yeah, I haven't watched either actually.
Folie à Deux, loved it. Did not understand the hate.
Yeah.
I think that people expected something, they didn't get what they expected, so they just decided to bash the movie as a whole. But as a sequel, like standing with the other one, it was perfectly fine.
I agree.
And
As a musical theater guy, which might surprise some people, as a musical theater guy, if I go to a movie expecting Sinister Joker 2 with Lady Gaga potentially also being crazy and sinister,
Yeah.
and I get a musical, I'm going to be disappointed, and I like them.
I want you to watch it. Now
will.
that you've said that, both of them.
I mean, if I'm not expecting a musical and I see one, I'm going to be like,
But
why
I
are
don't think
you-
it was a secret that it was a musical.
I didn't know it until I heard people
I mean,
freaking out.
I am the kind of guy that's like, I want to read this and I want to read about this film.
Can I tell you mine? Favorite Joaquin? Gotta be Gladiator.
I do. That's at the top of my list
Gotta
too.
be.
It's near the top if it's not my favorite. I didn't watch Gladiator 2 because I'm like, I feel like why?
Can you scroll to his filmography, Brandon, in case we're missing some?
Yeah, let's see here.
What's yours, Brandon? While you're scrolling.
Oh. Favorite Joaquin Phoenix movie? Huh.
There's got to be somewhere. Oh, wasn't he in like Outsiders or something?
Was
I
he?
thought that was his brother.
That might have been his brother. I'd probably have to go with like Joker if I'm being completely honest. But I haven't really seen anything.
What
with
else
him.
is there? Rattle them off.
He was in Signs.
Signs was great.
It's a great movie.
I like M. Night Shyamalan.
Beau is Afraid.
Ooh.
Inherent Vice. I never heard of that one. Hotel Rwanda.
Oh my
He was in
gosh.
that?
Says he was.
I don't remember that.
Outstanding Cast in a Motion Picture was what he was nominated for. The Screen Actors Guild.
Okay.
There's a bunch of them on here though. So
He's been around. Very good. He was in one. I told you that I saw. Man, I can't think of the name of it. Eddington? Was it Eddington?
yeah, I missed it in
Ari-
It's
theaters.
supposed to be
Ari-
really good.
Ari Aster. I saw it. He was in that. He was great.
Yeah.
It was typical. Ari Aster. It was.
Didn't
it
that
was,
just come out?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had
It
a
was so
really
good.
it had a really short theatrical run. I was super pissed. I missed it after Andy talked about it. I started looking for tickets, and they were like, "Nope, they're gone."
No, yeah, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four came out. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to ruin this franchise again.
Fantastic Four came out, so we're going to take all 9 theaters
Oh,
to
man.
ruin the MCU.
If we weren't close on time, I would tell you the story about me going to see the famous one that was really bad with
Yeah.
like Miles Teller.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, it's
Wait, say that again. One, is that the one? Where like I think it was the guy who plays the Thing said, "What are we, some kind of Fantastic Four or something like
Yes,
that?" And he
and
turns to him and he's like,
Say that
Say
again."
that again."
Yeah. Well, they had a guy direct it, and the first like 2/3 of the movie was great. And then for some reason they got into an argument and he quit or they fired him and they had some other guy finish the movie and it is
It's 2 different
obvious.
movies. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead. So we got a couple things that we're going to do. We'll post them on socials. Also, we try to keep these things at an hour. If they go a little longer, if you don't like it,
Don't listen.
keep it to yourself. I'm just kidding. No, because I know I like to listen to podcasts, and Brandon and I have talked about this. You'll listen to podcasts for days. like if they're really long, you just listen until you can't, and then you pick up where you left off, right?
Yeah. No. And most of the time, I'll finish them the day that I start them. Though I don't usually pick them back up. I usually forget if I don't finish it.
Because I'll listen to podcasts that go like 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah.
You know, and so I don't want to like feel tight, but I also don't want to like. I want to respect the consumer, I guess, and I don't want to chase people away.
Well,
so if you'll watch longer, and we'll stick around here for a little bit if we feel like we're grooving or whatever. But
and
we'll keep them going.
You said in episode 1 that the whole reason you're making this is because it's fun and
we're gonna have fun.
And so, who cares?
But if anybody knows me, I could talk for hours.
Yeah.
I could sit with these headphones on and this microphone on and forget that the world exists. And that's problematic for people watching.
I also feel like we barely scratched the surface.
Yeah, we're going to come back around for sure. The hour goes by fast every time.
Yeah. We have things. You prepared stuff,
Yeah,
Brandon.
so we're also going to do it. We got a game. We got a couple, that was like just videos and we just talked about them and we had some good conversations as a result. But I want to play, I liked the response to this the first time we did it. It's the One's Gotta Go.
Oh, yeah.
So you got some One's Gotta Goes. I don't know these. I think you might know one of two of them.
Yeah,
I don't know any of these right now.
Okay, so I have 3 different categories here. We're going to start with comedic actors. Okay, so One's Gotta Go. We have Jim Carrey, we have Will Ferrell, we have Adam Sandler, and Jack Black. One's Gotta Go.
Oh man.
I know who I want to say right out of the gate. But I'm gonna let it sit.
But say it first. Just say it now.
Jack Black.
Oh,
dude,
America's sweetheart, dude.
I'm between him and Sandler. That's so difficult. I would say probably Sandler because he's not as like I love Sandler, but I feel like his hits are so good, but I feel like the other 3 are just consistent. Like Jack and Jill.
Oh goodness.
I want to say this right out of the gate. My favorite of the 4 is Will Ferrell.
Really?
Oh, for sure.
Now I want to be is it Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
I want to be very clear about something. I think Jim Carrey's more talented.
Oh yeah.
I like the movies that if you put up some of Jim Carrey's movies up against some of Will Ferrell's, I'm a little biased because The Other Guys is one of my favorite comedy movies of all time.
Aim for the bushes.
And important, dude, important distinction here. You said comedic actor, so that for me does not include the very serious stuff that Jim Carrey does.
Yeah.
And so
it's true. That's a good point.
Also, if you haven't watched From Andy to Jim, is that what it's called? From Jim to Andy?
Jim and Andy.
Whatever it is. It's the documentary that Netflix, I think it was Netflix. It's on Netflix, but it's a documentary about Jim Carrey playing Andy Kaufman in the movie Man on the Moon. Which
I love.
Man on the Moon is brilliant. Jim Carrey was nominated for an Academy Award for that. Should have won it.
Yeah.
Should have won it.
About lost his damn mind doing it too.
He did. He didn't bout.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
And this documentary, have you seen From Jim to Andy?
No, I've seen the movie several
You
times.
have to watch From Jim to Andy. It is unreal. The people who knew Andy Kaufman and worked with Andy Kaufman played themselves in the film, and they themselves were like, we cannot tell a difference.
Yeah.
We do not. This is Andy Kaufman.
Can I comment on that?
Yes.
So they actually were able to heal from trauma,
their grief.
Yeah, their grief. And it's almost spooky because you get this glimpse into the process of one of the greatest method actors probably ever.
In Jim or in
Jim,
Andy?
It depends on who you're. If you asked
Jim,
who was
it would
Jim
be
Carrey,
Andy.
he would say Jim isn't here right now.
Andy's here. Yeah.
So it's totally worth a watch.
It is. Okay. And here's another thing. You want to get really meta about this. It wouldn't surprise me if the makers of the documentary knew, because Andy Kaufman's style of humor was to play the part all the time.
Oh, it was take the bit too far.
It wouldn't surprise me if 5 years from now, there's some article or book or documentary that comes out that says the documentary From Jim to Andy is all part of the bit. Because that's Andy Kaufman's style, was to be so committed to the bit that when he told people that he had, was it cancer?
I think so.
I think he had lung cancer.
Yeah.
when he told people that he had it, they all thought that they were like, this bit's too far, Andy.
Yeah.
Like, you can't joke about that, you know?
He's like, I'm not.
And he's like, no, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
And it was, it's so brilliant because Jim Carrey became Andy Kaufman. He said that when he got the call that he got the part, he was standing on the beach, and he says it this way. He goes, and that's when Andy came back to make his film.
Yeah.
And from that point to the end of production, he was Andy Kaufman. And he said that it took him months or years to fully come back across the line when production was wrapped. And the production was almost shut down multiple times because so many of the actors felt like they were being in like emotionally abusive situations.
Yeah, they were.
Because of like how it was being, I don't know.
Watch
anyway,
the movie.
Watch From Jim to Andy.
Final,
so I'm keeping Jim, Will, and who's the other
Adam
two?
Sandler,
I'm
Jack
keeping
Black.
I'm keeping Adam Sandler because I don't think Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore are the two greatest comedy films. Two of the greatest comedy films ever made, and I'm getting rid of Jack Black.
Okay.
I'm getting rid of Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of Sandler too. I just love Jack Black like deep inside my heart. I just love that man.
He's like he's like Uncle Jack.
Yeah, it's not even about his movies being better than Adam's because I would say I'd probably prefer a lot of Adam Sandler movies, but Jack Black, I just love him.
That's a generational thing too, because those movies you grew up on and we grew up on Jack Black.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I listened to Jack Black on Conan O'Brien's podcast.
Yeah.
He had an apple through the entire thing. And so like every time he starts talking, you just hear,
nice.
And then and then he's talking, and a couple times Conan's like, "What? How long are you going to take you to eat a single apple?" He's like, "I brought it for you, man, but you didn't want it." And then, so it was super funny. Anyway,
yeah.
And so he talks about Jumanji and all these other films. School of Rock is probably my favorite Jack Black film.
Yeah. Watch Bernie. Have you ever seen Bernie?
No.
Mm-mm. Not a comedy.
What's the other one that was like a surprise? It has Ben Stiller and Christopher Walken in it. Envy. Oh,
yeah, I remember that
where
one.
Jack Black invents some random thing and gets really wealthy.
Yeah, it's a spray that you spray on like dog poop, and the poop will just disappear.
Yeah,
that was the movie.
Does it work for kids? No, I don't want to spray my kids and they disappear.
Where are your kids pooping?
I'm talking about diapers. But when they're babies, there's poop everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that checks out.
Maybe
that's why those marbles smell like that.
They also ran around without diapers a lot. Maybe that's my fault. I'm just kidding. Anyway, okay. So what's the next? So Jack Black's, and mine's Jack Black. Yours too is Andy Sandler, Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
What's next?
Next, all right, sitcoms. I have two versions of sitcoms.
Two different categories?
Yep, one with laugh track and one without a laugh track. So we'll do laugh track first. The sitcoms, one's got to go. Friends, Seinfeld, How I Met Your Mother, and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Friends.
Yeah, Friends is gone for me too.
All right, we're done.
Yeah,
Podcast is
I knew
over.
it was going to piss him off.
We're over. I wish Allie were here right now because I need an Indeed ad for a producer.
Yeah.
And a King Cat director.
Look at this. Now she's not here for
she's
an episode.
Not here.
So I
she's traveling. She has a friend that's having a baby. Needs the poop spray. I'm getting rid of How I Met Your Mother.
Really? Okay.
Yes. I hate you guys. I'm gonna get. Why are you getting rid of Friends?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What do you love about Friends?
I'm gonna answer that question with another question. Why are you getting rid of it? Why is the other three better?
Well,
I can understand Seinfeld because it's such a niche style of comedy.
Yeah.
And it stands alone.
Is it niche or is it niche, Andy? Come on, you got to pick one.
Hey, Siri. Is it niche or niche?
I say niche. Sounds fancier.
I watched How I Met Your Mother and Friends at the same time during a pretty difficult portion of my life.
Season of your life.
And How I Met Your Mother spoke to me more. And it felt like up until the last where they ruined the show, it just had a better plot. And Friends was just kind of like, I don't want to say pointless, but it was just a little bit more all over the place for me.
Can I?
Oh, wow.
Can you hear it?
I heard it.
Niche.
There we go. Niche.
It's niche.
But also, my chat said that that's more the British leaning. American leans more towards niche. There is no correct, but
it feels like
niche.
It should be the opposite.
Niche makes me sound better.
Yeah, I agree.
It makes me feel better.
So why do you love it so much?
Okay, I want to hear Brandon's reason why he thinks the other three are better than Friends.
So, and you're really just not going to like this answer, so buckle up. But I just don't like Friends. I just don't like them very much. I actually haven't seen all of Seinfeld, and I'm going to keep it over Friends.
I am so uncomfortable in my seat right now.
Yeah.
I can't even begin. So here's the thing about Friends. We're going to take a quick break. And we're going to come back for hour number 2.
You can't even answer the question.
Does that make sense?
It's because like it.
It's because here's the thing about Friends. I watched Friends when I
Give me a 2-shot.
I watched. He's going to just make fun of me the whole time. Friends is. I will say this, that as it has progressed, I have found culturally that they could have done better. Okay. Like I joked with my sister the other day. I was like, Friends had like 2 black people.
I was gonna say they have no black friends. No black friends.
But here's the thing: it came out in '94. Okay, and I didn't start watching it until maybe season 6.
Okay,
right? It was when I started watching it because like my parents actually didn't like it. My dad was like, "It makes men look stupid," and I just feel like it's not a good show for you to be watching at the age that you are, or whatever. And he might have been right. There was probably some.
Your dad said that.
You know
to
what
you?
I mean? Yeah, he's like, watch it for like 10 minutes. It makes men look dumb, and he just didn't like that. And what the men, men are dumb anyway. So I get it. But
so does I Love Lucy.
All of them.
He loves that show.
But see, here's what's interesting about Friends for me is that it represented like what every person who was in that age group like wanted. They were struggling in relationships. They were trying to make it work in their jobs. New York had this it's the same thing that How I Met Your Mother and Seinfeld used. There's this like magical allure to the city of New York, and they're living in it and they're trying to make it work, and they got a coffee shop. I mean, that show single-handedly made coffee shops cool. Right? I mean, I know that's a generalization because people would have ended up in coffee shops anyway.
With that.
But it made this like social connection, and they were your friends. Like you found something about yourself in one of those 6 people all the time. Like you're such a whatever, or man, I'm really like feel I can identify with that style of comedy. I'm so passionate about this. The amount of times that I have watched the TV show Friends would stun people. Like from season 1, episode 1, all the way to season 10, my sister and I are willing and able to challenge any person in any trivia, anytime. Bring it on. And I can't confidently say that I will never get one wrong, but I will confidently say that my odds of winning a trivia challenge are higher than the majority of other people.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I do not think that and I don't dislike Friends. I just would let it go.
I wouldn't. I think How I Met Your Mother is terrible. And I watched it all the way through to the end. I think
if I watched most of those except for Seinfeld, I would be like, this is awful.
My problem with How I Met Your Mother is what father in their right mind is telling that level of detailed story to their children?
Oh yeah, it's just conceptually
insane.
Bad.
The conceptualization of the entire premise of the show is like, I met her and then I dated 5 other people and then I came back to your mom. Like,
oh yeah, and
and again, I'm saying this having watched it and I've rewatched it, and Friends, I don't know. I've never watched Seinfeld from the beginning all the way to the end.
Me neither.
I've watched episodes. You could pick any episode of Seinfeld at any point and it just makes sense because the show is designed to not make sense.
You want to know how I watch Seinfeld?
It's a show about backwards.
No, I Google best episodes of Seinfeld and I put it on.
Yeah. I think Seinfeld's brilliant. Larry David, I'm a huge Larry David fan. I like Larry David more than I like Jerry Seinfeld. I'm going to say that because Curb Your Enthusiasm is one of the best shows on TV.
Yeah,
me too.
And Larry David is just a brilliant comedic mind. Jerry Seinfeld was in the right place at the right time. Super smart, really good comedian. Hand writes all of his jokes to this day, by the way.
Really?
And is super smart. 23 Hours to Kill, his most recent Netflix special, underwhelming for me personally. I still think he's a brilliant comedian. I just think Larry David, just made a show that was just perfect for him.
Yep.
And then the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is iconic, pure television icon. The "why don't he want me, man" scene, crushes me to this day. Right? I got off the plane in Friends. Chills every time.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy.
Yeah, I hate to say it.
You guys are crazy. I'm mad. I'm angry.
I can tell.
Here's the thing about it. We're gonna keep going. Here's the thing about this too. Friends is better. I don't even know what to say.
You know what, man? I changed my mind.
No, you didn't. You lied. You didn't change your mind at all. How I Met Your Mother. Can we admit that How I Met Your Mother doesn't hold up?
I wouldn't. I haven't watched it since that tough season, and I guarantee you it sucks.
Here's the thing I like about what you're saying, though, is good for you for finding something, because that's really what art and even comedy or anything that we create is supposed to do. You hope that it connects with somebody in a part of their life where it makes sense and it sticks with them. So I'm not going to argue your reasoning, because that's your story and that's great. You're crazy.
Can I ask you one more question and then can we move on?
No, I mean, you can ask me a question, but I can guarantee we're going to move on.
Can you agree that Barney is funnier, the funniest character out of all of those shows?
Barney Stinson?
Yes.
Barney is not funnier than Chandler Bing. Barney is not funnier.
All right, we need to move on.
Chandler, Matthew Perry, and
R.I.P.
David Schwimmer's, R.I.P. Their physical comedy is next to Barney's is good. Neil Patrick Harris is great, but Chandler Bing is a funny character.
You are so the giraffe from Madagascar.
David Schwimmer, voice actor extraordinaire, also did a really great job in his dramatic roles too. So anyway, all right. So that is the only correct answer. There is that.
That's crazy. You got outvoted, huh?
I'm really glad you guys are driving.
I think it's crazy.
All right, you want to hear the next one?
Yep.
Yes.
This is like, is this like 3 camera, like no audience, no laugh track stuff?
So this one's just sitcoms without a laugh track. This is the way I put it, because I know that some of them will be multicam, some of them are still single cam. But
okay. I hope people know what we're talking about.
Yeah. So the sitcoms without a laugh track, one's got to go. The Office, the U.S. version. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Curb Your Enthusiasm, or Parks and Recreation.
Ooh. Wait, can you repeat them?
Yep. The Office, U.S., It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Parks and Recreation.
That's tough. I have an answer, but I don't want to upset you again.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think you can with these, because I'm torn between 2.
I am too. Are we torn between the same 2?
What are you torn between?
Curb
What's one that you're torn? No, Curb's not one of them.
Curb and Office.
Oh, those are the exact opposite of what I'm torn between.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Out of here.
Yeah, I'm keeping Curb and The Office, no question.
Yeah, same.
I'm keeping those for sure. I'm torn between getting rid of Parks and Rec and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It's Always Sunny is...
Now, here's the thing about it. I'm going to say this, never having watched either of them extensively, right? I've only seen episodes and or clips. My only reason I'm torn is because Parks and Rec doesn't exist without The Office.
Yeah.
It's Always Sunny stands alone because it's just brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I guess by that metric, if I'm keeping one that I like the most, it's not fair because I haven't watched either of them enough to know which one I identify with more.
Yeah.
But I would probably drop Parks because I've got that format in The Office.
Yep.
And I keep It's Always Sunny because it's its own thing.
Yep.
And then Curb, I've already said, is one of the best. It's one of the best TV shows ever.
Curb is what I've seen the least. And to me, Parks and Rec, it's not even just to me. It's just a more complete version of The Office. Because The Office steeply falls off when, spoiler alert, Michael leaves. And
we're recording this podcast on the day that the paper comes out, which is the new, it's not a spin-off, I guess.
Same universe.
It's in the same universe as The Office. It's the documentary makers who did Dunder Mifflin documentary are now doing a newspaper in Toledo, Ohio.
What a crappy place.
Called The Truth. Wow.
I think that's the point.
I think that's the point.
Yeah.
It's called the Toledo Truth Teller, I think is the name of the paper.
Yeah, they got shot.
Greg Daniels is really, really funny.
Yeah.
And The Office is easily one of the top 5 comedy television sitcoms of all time.
Yeah.
I would say Curb just because I haven't really seen a lot of it. I've literally seen the first episode.
I don't hate that idea, but I love Amy Poehler. I think that Chris Pratt was hilarious and made his career.
Nick Offerman.
God, I mean, there's
Aziz
nothing.
Ansari.
There's nothing that
Rob Lowe.
Yeah, they're all good. I mean, it's a solid cast.
It's just a more complete Office because you don't have a drop off of the funniest guy in the show leaving for 2 seasons.
Yeah. Although I do think The Office missed an opportunity without Jim Carrey being the manager.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You gotta go to the Finger Lakes.
I know. Well, it's funny because in that episode you could tell how expensive each of them were by how much screen time they got. They tossed him in at the end for like a sentence or two.
Will Ferrell as the manager, like filling in, was brilliant.
So funny.
Oh man! So I'm gonna get rid of Parks.
I'm getting rid of Parks and Rec too.
That's fair. I don't like judge you guys for that.
Yeah. I'm still mad about Friends though.
Yeah,
I know.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia can't go anywhere because I just think, like, satirically speaking, that is one of the greatest comedies like that's ever been written.
It holds up, and there's no drop off ever.
There isn't. It's still good to this day. It still almost makes me cry if they decide that they want to get emotional. Like, I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been a couple episodes where, like, when Mac came out of the closet, I shed a tear at the end of that dance.
Yeah.
And Frank was like, "I get it." I was, oh my goodness, because it just got so serious for no reason.
So let's talk about this real quick, and then we're gonna wrap.
Okay.
We've kept Friends because I kept it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys incorrectly got rid of it. We've kept what have we kept collectively? We've kept
Over everything.
Yeah.
Well, we have different answers.
Yeah,
so
we
it
have.
depends.
We
So
disagreed
did we
on
keep 'em
everything.
all? No. Okay. Which one are you keep? What 2 are you keeping?
Of everything?
If you have to get out of all 8 of those,
Yeah.
which 2 are you absolutely keeping? Like forever.
So
It's
all the laugh
Always
tracks
Sunny.
are gone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
All the laugh
no
tracks are out.
categories. We have Friends. We have the Fresh Prince. We've got what were the other ones from the first category?
I'm not keeping any of them.
Yeah, I'm
How
not
I Met Your
keeping any
Mother.
either.
How I Met Your Mother, and Fresh Prince, Seinfeld. Okay, so are you keeping any of those?
No.
What are you keeping then? The 2 that you're keeping.
And
The
this is going to
Office?
condescend what I just said, but probably The Office and It's Always Sunny because The Office is infinitely repeatable, even though I think as a whole it drops off versus Parks and Rec doesn't.
What are you keeping? Those 2?
I'm gonna. You said It's Always Sunny in The Office.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
I'm keeping The Office and Friends.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm keeping Friends, and then the second one I'm keeping is Friends.
Can we do a quick segment, like rapid fire?
Yeah.
Hit me.
All right. Do you like Friends more than...
Yes.
Do you like Friends more than going to a Columbus Crew game?
Yes.
Do you like Friends more than watching Ohio State football?
No.
Do you like Friends more than a McDonald's McFlurry on a hot summer day?
Yeah, because the ice cream machine's always broken. Burn!
Purposefully, by the way.
Do you like Friends more than a beautiful moment with your family?
Yes. I'm just kidding. No, I like Friends. Yeah, I can't even explain.
Was it there for you in a really hard time too?
It was there for me when the rain started to pour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is that a quote?
I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. It's the theme song.
I'll be there. We sang that in show choir.
So no one told you life was going to be this way.
Yeah. It's 4 claps. 4 claps. I one time one of the trivia questions was what were the colors of the dots in between the logo? I can't remember them now. Nailed it then. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
That's crazy, by the way.
I don't know the order, but it's red, blue, and
Green.
yellow. There's no green. I don't think there's green.
If you
Turquoise.
answered that correctly in front of me, I would have told you to touch grass, like in that exact moment.
Like go Friends logo. I want to see what color it is. Wait. There's red. There's blue. There's yellow. There's red. There's yellow. There's blue. Okay. So I said red, yellow, blue. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Now this is good podcasting.
All right, everybody. Hopefully that all made sense because we did not really have any during this conversation. No, I appreciate you so much, Nate. Thank you for sitting in and being a guest today.
Of course.
We are going to come back around because I do want to talk a little bit more about, we've had some really good in-depth conversations about like our spiritual journey, kind of like what we've learned. I don't want to go so far as to use the buzz term deconstruction, but I know that there's been some evolution for both of us in how we approach scripture, how we approach our relationship with God, and how we engage in that like faith part of our universe. You know? And that's not even a right way to say it because it's not like it's a section of who we are. It really is kind of foundational.
Right.
But how we approach it and how we kind of build on it has shifted. We have a lot in common, I think, in that area.
PKs
and pastors' kids, man, that's a different world.
That's where I thought this was going to go. And
then
we ended up talking about
we
AI
went for 90 minutes on Friends and AI, which is really the only way to podcast is to talk about Friends.
Right.
So we're going to talk more. I'm going to have you back on. We're going to talk more. I like to have the recurring guests because the listeners get to know everybody a little bit. I mean, the stuff that we can learn from each other having these conversations is really important. So thanks for tuning in, or thanks for sitting in.
For sure.
Thanks for tuning in. Brandon, are we done? What do you got? Anything else?
I have more things, but
we'll save them.
Yeah.
You want to save them for the next one?
Hey man, I ain't going anywhere.
We'll wrap. I told Brandon that we were going to start recording early because we're recording a day later than we normally do. Just because the schedule worked out better. So we'll wrap it up. So adenon.com, DTMS.podcast, _adenon on TikTok, adenon on Instagram. I'm just rattling off handles. You guys can find it. We'll put them in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us. This is episode 7 of Does That Make Sense? Signing off. We'll see you next week.